Morning and welcome to Friday's video. It's the last lesson of the week and the last lesson before half term. So the first thing I would like you to do is I would like you to think a little bit back to yesterday's lesson and I'd like you to answer these 3 questions. What would be best to measure a sofa with? Think about how big a sofa might be. A metre stick, a tape measure or a ruler? Pause the video here and have a go. So, have a little think about how big a sofa is and also what a sofa is made of. So you're measuring the length of the sofa, so how big your sofa is, okay? You could use a metre stick if your sofa had a clear square base. And I think you could use a tape measure if you had someone else to help you hold it at one end. Would you use a ruler though? Think about why you wouldn't use a ruler. I wouldn't use a ruler because a sofa is a lot bigger than 30 centimetres and a ruler is usually 30 centimetres long. So you'd have to keep putting the ruler on and then get into where you go to and then go on another one and then you'd have to do that lots of times and I just think that would take a really, really long time. So I think it's best to use either A or B. I would probably use B. Okay, so today is Friday the 12th of February 2021. Our LI today is to recognise equivalent lengths in metres and centimetres. So we need to think about what equivalent means and we're going to talk about that later on. Step 1, I know that 100 centimetres equals 1 metre. That is just something we have to remember. Step 2, I can find equivalent lengths in metres and centimetres. And step 3 is our problem solving Chili Challenge worksheet. Let's get started. My turn. So, the question is, if A equals 10 centimetres, calculate the missing measurements. So A is 10, so that equals 10. So therefore, these are all equal. So they're all going to equal 10. So let's count up. We want to know what B is. So B's there. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So B equals 50 centimetres. So we've got to 50 and now we need to get to C. 60, 70, 80, 90. So C equals 90 centimetres. So remember, how many centimetres in a metre can you remember? So here we're on 90. 1 more, or 10 more, because obviously A equals 10 centimetres, would equal 100 centimetres, which equals 1 metre. In a metre stick, there are 100 centimetres, okay? So 1 metre equals 100 centimetres, all right? So this is a metre stick. I didn't tell you that, but it is. Right, now it's our turn. So, equivalent, that means equal to, the same as, okay? So, we want to match the equivalent measurements. So we want to match measurements that are showing the same amount, the same length, okay? One has been done for us. We've got 2 metres here and we've got 200 centimetres here. You know what I'm going to write at the top? I'm going to write something in a big bold and red. I'm going to write 100 centimetres equals 1 metre. We cannot forget that, okay? We need to remember that all of the time. So 2 metres would equal 200 centimetres. Pause the video here and have a good go at matching these up. Okay, so you should have paused the video there and I've popped on the answers for you. So you need to think about, this is 100 centimetres and 100 centimetres equals 1 metre. So that one is going to link to 1 metre. 5 metres is how many centimetres? It's 500 centimetres, okay, because 1 metre equals 100 centimetres. 300 centimetres equals 3 metres. And 900 centimetres, they've written out in full, equals 9 metres. Well done if you got them all right. So let's have another go. Eva uses this diagram to convert between centimetres and metres. Use Eva's method to convert the following 5 lengths, and they're all in centimetres, so we need to convert them into metres, okay? So she's done, so she's doing this for 120 centimetres. So she's done a bar of 120, and she's split that up into 100 centimetres and then 20 centimetres. We know that 100 centimetres equals a metre, so that will turn into a metre, and that's not big enough for a metre, is it? That's only 20 centimetres still. So therefore, 120 centimetres is the same as 1 metre and 20 centimetres. Pause the video here and write these 5 lengths down in centimetres, and I'd also like you to write them in metres. Have a go. Pause the video here and then unpause when you are ready to hear the answers. So, let's have a think. Let's do the first one, 130 centimetres, okay? So remember, we know that 100 centimetres is a metre. So 130 centimetres could be 100 centimetres and 30 centimetres. And then, so Eva did that first, didn't she? She split it up into 100 and then 20, but we're doing 130. So we could change that 100 centimetres into 1 metre and 30 centimetres. So therefore, the answer is 130 centimetres equals 1 metre and 30 centimetres. Let's do the next one. So, the next one is 230 centimetres. So, we can change that into 100 centimetres, 100 centimetres and 30 centimetres. Or you could just do it into 200 centimetres and 30 centimetres. So how many metres are there? There's 1 metre, 1 metre and 30 centimetres. So altogether that will be 2 metres and 30 centimetres. Let's do our next one. 235 centimetres. So that could change into 100 centimetres, 100 centimetres and 35 centimetres. So 1 metre and 35 centimetres. So 235 centimetres equals 2 metres and 35 centimetres. Let's do our, oh, this is a big one, this one. But even though it's bigger, it still isn't actually any more difficult. 535 centimetres. 100 centimetres. 200 centimetres, 300 centimetres, 400 centimetres, 500 centimetres and 35 centimetres at the end. So we could change that into 1 metre, 1 metre, 1 metre, 1 metre and 1 metre and 35 centimetres. So let's count up the metres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't know what that's highlighted. So 535 centimetres is 5 metres and 35 centimetres. I hope some of you are spotting a pattern by now. Oh, where am I going to put my last one? I'm going to pop it up here, okay? So, the last one is 547 centimetres. So, let's pop that at the top, 547 centimetres. Okay, so we need to change that into 100 centimetres, 100, so 200, 300, 400, and 500 and 47 centimetres. So 1 metre, 1 metre, 2 metres, 4 metres, 5 metres and 47 centimetres. Okay, so therefore the answer is going to be 5 metres and 47 centimetres. Well done if you got them right, good job. What I'd like you to do today is I'd like you to complete your mild challenge, and if you find that, if you want to, and if you want to do your medium challenge, that's fine. And if you thought, oh, I'm really, really good at this, I would like you to complete your hot challenge, please. Okay, so remember, if you're finding it a little bit tricky, move down a challenge. If you're finding it a little bit easy, move up a challenge. This is just so we know you've all got the appropriate level of challenge in your work, okay? Take a picture of your work and get a grown-up to pop it on Dojo so me, Mr. Sherman or Mrs. Ichetta can mark it. Good luck!